Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. Today we are here for another round of cleaning and organizing my bookshelves, and because it is nonfiction November, I'm going to work on these 4 shelves of nonfiction books that I have. With all the other shelves, they were a little bit longer, and the goal was to get rid of 5 from each shelf. Because these ones are quite a bit smaller, I want to say 10 in total I want to unhaul. If you can see, they are stacked and smushed in there. There's an extra pile here, an extra pile down here. I just have quite a few. So if I can do like 2 from 2 shelves and 3 from 2 shelves, that will equal 10. I would be thrilled if I can get rid of that many. We're going to see if I can do it. Let's go. Okay, so as always, we're first going to take a look at the shelves. So up at the very top, I have my C.S. Lewis books. I love this edition. I collected these from Book Outlet, all of these ones, and I really think they look so nice. There are more. C.S. Lewis is quite a prolific author, but those are the ones that I have so far, and I'm just keeping all my C.S. Lewis up there. Then we come down to here, and these nonfiction, I think I started at one point to try to put them in some kind of order, and that just has disintegrated gradually. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but let's just take a look at what I have. These 3 are these gorgeous visual journey type of books. They're really pretty. So those I'm keeping together. I've got this Novel Destinations, which is like places in the world, literary landmarks from Jane Austen's Bath to Ernest Hemingway's Key West. I'm not sure I'm ever going to read it, but it does sound interesting. This is a possibility to get rid of. We'll see. I used to know that literature, inside stories of famous authors, classic characters, unforgettable phrases, and unanticipated endings. I mean, it seems fun, but I don't know, again, if it's one that I'm very interested in just reading. It just has little mini essays about different pieces of work. That's in a possibility pile too. 101 things you should know how to do. Again, maybe finding 10 will be easier. This might be kind of fun though to glance through. I don't know how to do probably most of those things. 52 little lessons from Les Mis. I'm keeping. This was a gift, and it was really fun to read through some of this when I was actually reading Les Mis. Love that. I do still want to read Ruth Reichel. She is a food memoirist. Most of her books have to do with food, growing up at the table. I'm interested in that one, as well as this Dare to Lead by Brené Brown. These 2 Conversations with Us books I got at a book expo type of a thing about a year ago, and I met the guy, Chris Register, who biked around and just talked with people. So I definitely want to read those. There's some up here. What do we got? Oh, these are the 2 Laura Tremaine books I just recently purchased, and I'm keeping both of those. Can I get them in there just for now? 40 Autumns. Oh, what's this one? That Sounds Fun by Annie F. Downs. I want to keep that. And this is a history book, 40 Autumns, about sort of a family who was split by the Berlin Wall. Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library told me that one's really good. Death in the Air, the true story of a serial killer, the Great London Smog, and the strangling of a city. I am not a big serial killer person. I'm going to put this in my potential unhaul pile. We Crossed a Bridge and It Burned is Voices from Syria. Definitely interested in that one. Booktowns. This one was a gift from my friend Joy. Keeping that. Lazy Genius Kitchen. Love her. Paris in Bloom. I feel like I could read it in the spring and then get rid of it, but I read The New York in Bloom and loved it. So I think I'm going to keep that, but then possibly read it in the spring and be done with it. This is a little biography of Queen Elizabeth from 1952 to 2022. I'm keeping that one. I'll organize at the end. Let's just go through the rest of them first and see if I can find more to unhaul. But so far I have 3, so that's pretty good. I'm on track. Elizabeth and Hazel is the story of 2 women who were part of the Little Rock Nine. They're in this iconic photo. I am definitely interested in that. I have some more history ones here. Last Stop Auschwitz, the diary of a survival in World War II's most infamous concentration camp. Love that. The Gentle Art of Swedish Death Cleaning, how to free yourself and your family from a lifetime of clutter. I definitely need this. I'm going to kind of put it up here with the kitchen one. Maybe I can kind of make an area for those types of books. I don't know. A Trip of One's Own. Hope, Heartbreak, and Why Traveling Solo Could Change Your Life. Ooh, I love that. I want to keep it. Eric Larson is an author I want to try, but I haven't read anything by him yet. So I'm going to hold on to this. This one is about an earthquake. No, excuse me. This one is about a hurricane. So I'll hold on to that one for now. 5 Days at Memorial was just gifted to me. This is set after Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, life and death in a storm-ravaged hospital. I've heard that this is a little bit slow, but I've also heard that it's very good. So I'm going to hold on to that for now. Then we've got this stack here. The Secret Lives of Code Breakers is about Bletchley Park. I read a historical fiction about Bletchley Park and loved it. I'm not sure I will ever actually read this. I'm going to put it tentatively in my UNHAUL pile. I absolutely would love to read Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela's autobiography. Into Thin Air by John Krakauer. Definitely want to read that. Mudhouse Sabbath. This author talks a lot about the connections between Judaism and Christianity. I've read Girl Meets God by her quite a long time ago and really liked it. So I'm interested enough to hold on to that one. Let's see. Boy on the Wooden Box is a middle grade. It has been on my shelves for a really long time. It won the Christopher Award. A memoir of one of the boys that was rescued by Schindler, Oscar Schindler. I'm going to keep it. Girl from the Metropole Hotel. This was a gift from Melinda. Growing up in communist Russia. Definitely interested in that. When Breath Becomes Air. I've heard nothing but good about that. Laura Ephron. I Feel Bad About My Neck. And Other Thoughts on Being a Woman. I'm going to put that in the UNHAUL pile. I don't know where I got that from, and I'm not really that interested. Knox McCoy's book, The Wandering Years, I'm going to hold on to. I really love the podcast with Knox and Jamie, and this arrived at my door, and I have no idea why it came to me. I didn't purchase it, but I'm going to hold on to it for now. Little Princes is about a man who rescues boys. I think he discovered that the boys from an orphanage were not actually orphans and tries to find their families. I'm very interested in that, as well as this, A Beautiful Work by Myrna Valerio. I saw an independent film one time about her, and she's a plus size mega runner. I don't know the actual term, but I'm still interested in reading that. Same Kind of Different as Me by Ron Hall and Denver Moore. About two men who make a connection. I'm not sure, but I've heard good things about that one. And then Malala Yousafzai, We Are Displaced. I'm keeping that one. Put these back for now. Joan Didion's Year of Magical Thinking. I've heard really good things about that. I know she lost her husband, and this is a memoir about that. Long Way Gone. A Boy Soldier. A memoir about a boy soldier. Interested in that one. Inheritance. I think I can probably get rid of this one. I think I learned about this when I was early on in my booktube days, and I've never since had the desire to pick it up. I'm going to put that in the UNHAUL pile, as well as this other Nora Ephron book. Yeah, it can go up there. Chanel Miller's Know My Name, definitely keeping that. And then A Simplified Life by Emily Lay, keeping that one as well. Whew, we still have 2 more shelves to go. Okay, moving down to the 3rd shelf. Let's see. Delay, Don't Deny is kind of goes hand in hand with Fast, Feast, Repeat. Do I need to keep both of them? This is the guide to Delay, Don't Deny intermittent fasting. This is just maybe her first version of it. So I'm going to unhaul this one, Delay, Don't Deny, and keep Fast, Feast, Repeat. Enneagram 9. I'm keeping that because that's me. Oh, these are books. These ones are books from my pastor. Breakthrough and the 100X Leader. I'm keeping those because they were recommended to me by my pastor. I actually think I could probably put them down on my Christian nonfiction shelf. Better Than Before is a habit type of a book by Gretchen Rubin. She also wrote The Happiness Project, and I'm keeping both of those. I Miss You When I Blink is the same author as Bomb Shelter, and I really liked that one. So this was her first one, or an earlier one. I'm going to read this one as well. Interested in that. Lauren Graham's Talking as Fast as I Can. I don't think I need to hold on to that. I could probably find the audiobook somewhere. So I'm going to unhaul that one. This one my brother sent me about the history of a family that lived in Bethlehem, in the Dark Streets Shining. Actually, this is very relevant to things that are going on right now. I should probably read this soon. Maybe I'll read that this Christmas. Don't Overthink It by Anne Bogle, keeping that. Brené Brown, Braving the Wilderness. Another Enneagram book. I'm going to just hold on to that. I'll put this one with it. From Here to Eternity is how different cultures think about death, and I'm very interested in that one. Saints and Villains is a biography of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, keeping that. Here's some more Eric Larson, Dead Wake, about the Lusitania, which sunk, the last crossing of the Lusitania. And then Thunderstruck is about, I'm not sure what Thunderstruck is about. Two men, a murder. I don't know, one of the most greatest criminal chases of all time. You know what? I'm going to unhaul this one and keep the other two. And I'll keep the other two Eric Larson ones. Oh, and I have this one too, The Splendid and the Vile, which I think is about Churchill during World War II. Curious about that. Report from Ground Zero. I've heard good things about that one. Chase the Fun is by Annie F. Downs. She wrote That Sounds Fun, so I'm keeping both of those. They go together kind of. Last shelf to go through. Irena's Children by Tilar Mazzeo is another World War II history kind of book. This weather book I just bought on Independent Bookstore Day, The Secret World of Weather. I'm very interested in that. Things That Matter was a Patreon recommendation that I never finished. I got about halfway, so I'm going to hold on to that. Daring Greatly is another Brené Brown book. Eats, Shoots, and Leaves is a grammar, kind of humor book about grammar. I'm going to hold on to it because I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm an English major and I do appreciate good grammar, so I'm going to hold on to that. The Checklist Manifesto is, I know why I picked this up. It's because it's Atul Gawande who wrote Being Mortal, which I loved. And I am a checklist girl, so I'll look into that. I'll see. And then The Girl with Seven Names, Escape from North Korea. Definitely interested in that one. Let's see. How to De-Junk Your Life. This looks really old. I'm going to go ahead and unhaul that one. All right, let's see what we have here. Kathy Glass, My Mom Loves. These are true stories of foster kids. Going to hold on to that. The Coddling of the American Mind. I've heard really good things about from a couple different people. Going to keep that one. Green Lights is Matthew McConaughey's memoir. I'm holding on to that. Syria's Secret Library. I love things set in Syria. Clear the Clutter is another old clutter book, and I have another one, that death cleaning one, that I'm going to keep, so I can unhaul this one. Flannery O'Connor's Prayer Journal, I believe, is poems and essays to help you reflect, or essays from her prayer journal. I'm going to hold on to that. Even though I didn't like her short stories, I would like to give that one a try. I have another book of poetry, The Sun and Her Flowers. I am going to try to get into some more poetry, so I will hold on to that. Notes from a Nervous Planet is by Matt Haig, who wrote Midnight Library. And these are kind of essays. And it would be great for a readathon of some sort. The 101 Most Influential People Who Never Lived. Characters of fiction, myth, legends, television, and movies have shaped our society. I'm going to unhaul this one. I know I picked it up at a library book sale, and I'm just not super interested in it. But it could be fun for someone. I just think I need to unhaul it off my shelves. And we have George Washington's Rules of Civility, kind of historical book there. Something Needs to Change. A Call to Make Your Life Count in a World of Urgent Need. That should go on my Christian nonfiction. Yeah, I'm going to put this on my Christian nonfiction. Then we have I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness by Austin Channing Brown. This is a bit of a memoir. I've heard good things about this. Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man by Emmanuel Acho, holding on to that. The Warmth of Other Suns by Isabel Wilkerson, heard excellent things about that. And then Stamped from the Beginning by Ibram X. Kendi. I think I'm going to unhaul this one because honestly, look how chunky it is. I just don't think I will ever read it. If I want kind of Black history books, I'm going to focus on Caste and The Warmth of Other Suns because I've heard so much praise for those two. And then I have a couple memoirs here that I really would prefer to focus on other than Stamped. So now I think things will fit a little better. Let's see what I have in my stack to unhaul. Right, here is my unhaul stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I'm going to keep this novel Destinations, and then this will be my 13 books that I am going to unhaul. I wanted to do 10, so I'm pretty pleased about that. So now the goal is to organize, figure out how I'm going to organize these, get them on there looking better, like with like. Let's see what I can come up with. I will be back in a moment. All right, this is how they look, which is much better than how they were. Let's take a look. So up here, I kept these visual reading, visual journey, I forget what they're called, together. This classic kind of goes with Les Mis. Then I have kind of personal stuff. So that sounds fun. Life Counsel, Share Your Stuff. This is personal because he talks to a lot of people. Then we're turning to travel. Weather doesn't really go there, but I didn't know where to put it. But kind of travel. Then we're into these two travel destination ones. And then household stuff, cleaning, kitchen, and simple life. And then Paris in Bloom, which hopefully I can read in the spring and then be done with. But there's that shelf. This next one is probably the most, I don't know, eclectic, a little bit of everything. So we have these two like habits and happiness and checklist. Then the 3 Brené Brown books, Enneagram 9, Mudhouse Sabbath, and a book of essays. This eating one should probably go up on top, I guess, but yeah, a little bit of just make it work there. Then this shelf I'm pretty happy with. This is history. So I have the different books that I have that are focused on historical events and people. And then this bottom one down here is more memoir / autobiography. And I like that, except I don't love this, but it's mass market and it doesn't really fit anywhere else. So it's just going to live there. But this is kind of behind my chair. I feel like this shelf should go up higher and move maybe that mishmash shelf down here. But for now, I'm just going to keep it where it is. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased with how they turned out. I think it looks way neater than it did before. And I have 13 here that I am unhauling. So I'm very pleased about that. So now I can put back some of the tchotchke stuff that lived over on that shelf and redecorate it and eventually show you all of these white shelves all together. But that is going to be it for today. Let me know if you think I made the right choices about what I'm unhauling. Do you see any others on there that you think weren't that great or were really boring? Let me know. And I'll probably get rid of those too. I don't tend to reach for nonfiction that often, but clearly I have a lot to choose from when I do get that urge. So let's chat down in the comments. I would love to chat with you down there. Thank you so much for watching. I know this series has been a lot of fun for me, and I know many of you are enjoying it as well. So I'm glad that you're liking it as much as I am. And that is going to be it for today. I look forward to talking with you in another video very soon. Bye.